So this video was really inspired by viewer comments and folks that seem to be getting into or are interested in getting into 3D modeling and 3D printing. And if that's you, this video is for you. So for the millennials, the Gen Xers, the baby boomers, 3D printing and 3D modeling might just be the ultimate hobby for you. And if you're over 40, this might just be the hobby you've been waiting for. And here are my reasons why.
It's the way we played when growing up. I really believe that our experiences in assessing the physical qualities of objects, such as the toys that we played with, or the other objects like the wrapping paper tube, we were envisioning them as serving some other purpose or function. Inanimate objects could be anything we wanted. Imagination was a big part of play. And this is a mindset that really does feed into this process of design. Forts in the backyard, forts in the living room, and whatever we couldn't build, imagination filled in the gaps whenever necessary. So for me, I was fortunate enough to grow up with Lego, and this was a time before Lego became something that you just built once and then displayed on your shelf. I remember building the set and then after a week or so, literally tearing it apart so I could repurpose those pieces and add them to my big bin of Lego, because I already knew what I wanted to use some of those pieces for in my next build.
This was a piece from an old space Lego set, and I absolutely loved it. It was one piece that I always would try to find a reason to use in any build that I had.
Part of the fun was actually trying to build things with the limited pieces and resources that you had. Like, how would you engineer a rear hatch on a spaceship or construct an elevator in your building using the bricks in your collection? Sometimes you had to be innovative. Sometimes you had to let your imagination fill in the gaps of your design. But ultimately, whether it was these toys or these inanimate objects like a paper tube, envisioning them as serving some new purpose or function, I think that really is a mindset that helps feed into this process of design, taking a look at something and assessing it. How can you make it better? What else could this do? For a lot of us, that's how we played. We were there for the transition from analog to digital. For many of us, we experienced the move towards digital media. And because of that, I think we have a unique perspective and appreciation for what digital media offers us, as well as some of the limitations. I think a lot about how I would edit video back in high school, where I would use 2 VCRs and I would cut and splice together shots by playing back footage from one tape and recording specific clips or takes onto a second VHS tape. And then I remember using my first nonlinear video editor, where I could arrange digitized footage by simply clicking and dragging clips. Editing tasks that were clunky or imprecise could now be done quickly and with a great deal of precision. And right away, you would just think about all the things that you could now do. The possibilities were endless.
Vegas Studio 11. This was pretty late in my Vegas use. I really did like the way though that you could overlap these. This just made sense to me.
And here was the other thing. I could edit video at home and not have to rely on trying to access a dedicated video editing room at school. Going digital lowered the bar of entry for anyone that wanted to produce video, and it would allow you to produce videos that you could not do by simply recording from VHS tape to VHS tape. I feel the same way now about 3D design and 3D printing. Being able to design and print your own stuff is easier than ever. And I think for many of us, this is that same feeling when you suddenly realize that anything is possible. You don't need expensive computers or software, and the wide range of 3D printers provide users with affordable options that allow them to print their objects at home. I think it's really funny that we've come 360 in a sense, because we grew up with the move from analog to digital, and now with this technology, we can literally go from digital back into analog, where we take these digital creations and print them into physical objects. Age is an asset. It's really interesting seeing the designs from young students, elementary school aged, even high school students, It's always interesting because I find that their designs make a lot of assumptions about how things should connect or how they would work together. And it's to be expected. They don't know what they don't know yet. That comes with time and experience. And I really feel like this is another reason why no one should feel like they are too old to do this. Because life experiences naturally expose us to good designs and bad designs. And I feel like the more experience you have, the more it helps inform your design, where you are applying strong design elements into your work because you have experience, you know that they work. Or you recognize a bad design because you've experienced bad designs before, you've seen them fail.
This was one of my favorite headsets from Sony. I loved the look of this thing. But you can kind of see here, I've got the zap straps on it, and that's because of this awful design flaw. Just with the repeated opening and closing of the headset to place on top of your head, these points here were really weak, and you can see that it's kind of cracked there and crappy design. It's too bad.
And the best thing about all of this is that along with this experience, you're still learning new things. Things about the tech, the software, the new designs, and the new ways to build them. So for those of you who have been thinking about 3D design and 3D printing, but are feeling a little intimidated, or maybe that this is something that has passed you by, don't be so quick to dismiss it. There are platforms out there that help you design. I've been really doing a lot of videos on Tinkercad because I think it's one of the best programs out there that allow people to start 3D designing. And it's the one that I and many others use. There are a lot of resources out there. As for 3D printers, if you look online, you're going to see a growing sentiment that 3D printers have moved on from being a device just for 3D printer enthusiasts and tinkerers, and instead these devices are extending their reach towards users who want an easy printer to use and a printer that just works. So if you are curious about this 3D design and 3D printing thing, this might just be the thing you've been waiting for. Your big bin of possibility awaits you. Have fun. We'll see you next time.